All right, one of my favorite things to entertain myself with at a Texas comic book convention is hanging out with Dylan Edwards here at Feeping Creatures, because he always has the coolest booth or space or whatever. Tell us, what are Feeping Creatures, Dylan?
Feeping Creatures are these little monster figurines that I make out of polymer clay. Or it started as just the figurines, and then I started making t-shirts, I started making magnets, I started making necklaces and all these other kinds of things, just whatever seems to come into my head to do.
You started franchising. You became an iconic movement, a cultural movement.
Right.
No. But it is so cool to see. Not only are all these figurines very unique and every single one of them is completely different. You don't ever do the same one twice, right?
I do certain themes.
Okay.
I will repeat themes, but I don't use any molds or anything like that. Each one is individually handmade.
Okay.
So even if there are two cats, they're going to be very different in their own little way.
How's it going, guys?
Not bad. It's actually been a pretty good day.
Good con then, huh?
Oh yeah, very good con. A lot better than I was expecting, actually.
Yeah. It turns out people in Austin buy comics.
A lot of people in Austin do. I mean, they have great comic shops here, great little scene they got going on. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Is this your first time in Austin?
This is my first time in Austin. I used to go to the Dallas Wizard World shows all the time, but I missed it last year, and I kind of wanted to get a little bit of Texas in me, so I come here.
Nice. Good choice. You probably made more money here than you would have there.
I actually did.
Yeah, that makes sense. John, what are you out hawking right now? Because we've always been fans of each other.
Yes.
And now you're working in comics, which is a good thing, and podcasting. What's going on?
Well, I'm mostly hawking basically my mini comic that I basically made specifically for Staple, just to kind of I like making comics in my spare time, and I figured, hey, why not I make something and put it out there? And also made some T-shirts of luchador bear with boxing gloves. And it's actually everything's been selling pretty well, so I'm pretty happy.
How many T-shirts of luchador bears with boxing gloves did you sell?
None.
Well, everything's been selling well. That's it. You didn't get any returns.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Cereal and pajamas. 11 stories of Saturday morning cartoons done the right way.
One of Meg's favorites.
One of Meg's favorites, exactly.
You remember everything she says, though, whether it's about you or not.
Well,
admit it.
Dude, it's Meg. Come on, what guy doesn't?
You're preaching to the choir, dude.
Exactly.
No, but you actually were a part of the fan board contest that we did with Wizard.
Yeah.
And you came in. You didn't win.
I didn't win.
But
No hard feelings.
No, but you did a great job.
That's right.
And you promoted. You showed us some of the stuff. Eat the Pattersons. Well, this is a print you're giving me.
I'll give it to you, Scott.
All right, just making sure.
But you got to give it to Meg.
All right. I'll give it to Meg.
Yeah.
When next time I see her.
Yeah, that's better.
She's in L.A.
I know.
We're here at Staple with Scott Bieser and Mike Barron. How's it going, Scott?
Doing great.
Mike?
It's going.
It's going. We're moving. It's starting to get a little bit full here at Staple. Looks nice. Tell me, what are you guys here promoting at Big Head Comics?
This is a horror story loosely based on the life of Frank Lloyd Wright. It will singe the flesh from your bones. It's also magnificently illustrated
By
Andy Tong.
Ah, wow. You know just the page to open up to, don't you?
That's just chance, but he is a genius.
What's the story about?
It's about an architect whose designs are more than houses. He's also into black magic, and his designs are a form of worship and temple to bring him back after his death, but not just as the architect. He comes back changed as something really scary.
Still at Staple with my new friend, Sean McGrath. Sean, how are you?
Not too bad, thanks. How are you doing today?
Doing great. What are you doing here? What are you representing here at Staple?
I'm actually representing 3 people today.
Wow.
Well, 2 people in one group. I'm representing
That's a bunch of slackers that are relying on you.
They live far away.
Okay.
So they kind of have an excuse, and
Right.
I said I'd do it, so it's my fault. So I'm representing myself in Ortho Comics. I'm representing Brian Anderson, who does a comic book called So Super Duper.
So super duper. Looks very funny.
It's hysterical. And I'm also representing Prism Comics,
Cool.
which I do volunteer work for.
Cool. And it's David Hopkins time.
I know, except this time no foam swords.
No foam swords, thank God.
I know.
But you're here at Staple.
Yes.
We're very pleased to see you.
This is year 4 for me.
Yes.
I am a veteran Staple head.
We've been here every year.
I know.
We should get a prize.
A plaque or something.
Yeah. You're a really good writer. You come up with good words. We've talked about Astronaut Dad before. That's old news. But
it's still
there's new news in the world of Astronaut Dad, though.
Yes.
Which is there will be more Astronaut Dad.
The second volume will be coming out this summer. I just got some of the artwork from Brent. It looks beautiful. Second volume of Astronaut Dad takes a darker turn, and I think a lot of people who are reading it might be a little bit surprised because the first volume is a lot lighter.
Very family friendly. You know, it's great for parents to read with their kids.
Yeah.
This one.
The second one, there's just some turns in the family, a little bit of drama there that the story needed to have in order to make it interesting and kind of push it forward. But I think it should surprise some people who are reading it.
How you liking Staples so far?
It's a good time, sir. It's a good way to spend a Saturday.
What is the Onion doing at a comic, an independent Comic Con of all places? Why the Onion? Why are you here?
Well, I'll let Natalia field that one.
Well, it's not only comics being represented here today, it's all forms of alternative media, and I think that The Onion considers itself part of that. Although we do break the hardest hitting news and pretty factual stuff, I think that we have a little bit of compassion for the underdog. In our beginnings, you know, we didn't have a lot of flash. Now that we've moved up, we can still be here among those smaller companies.
How's that for an answer?
I tell you, that was really professional.
Much better than I had lined up.
Absolutely. That's it. We're done here.